not being a team leader. I keep fucking trying to check my dagger. Jesus. I'd be unfortunate to being a team leader for as long as I have. Always by default double check my dagger and forget I'm not having a dagger.
Back in my day, we had one dagger in the platoon, and it was to stab people.
It's like having unicorn horns there as well.
Yes.
You guys stab people with that too?
Goddamn right.
You know?
I believe it.
For when I run out of ammo and throw both guns at them, all else fails, I'm going to headbutt them in the dick.
I've seen him stab somebody with a spoon before.
It's like that old fucker from We Were Soldiers.
Right? The motherfucking weatherman. That's like, I haven't seen We Were Soldiers in so long at this point.
Major
I need to watch that.
One of his relatives just recently won the Medal of Honor.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
As was, I can't remember if it was his nephew or great-nephew or grandson. It was some relation to Plumley. Won the Medal of Honor.
And fucking tastic.
Debbie's bride Carrie is back for a visit. Can she be sure she'll still like her dress?
I'm a little nervous that I won't.
Yeah, the actual Sergeant Major Plumley, like, he was no Sam Elliott. Like, that guy was like 5'8", totally unsuspecting, absolute badass.
Oh, Carrie. It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, definitely my dress now.
Out of all these dresses,
When you put on a dress, you want to feel like you know, you don't want to have to worry about fitting right or this is the one I want. You know, you don't want to worry about anything that's wedding day that was staring a person you're in love with. So, dress is really important. Bring it all.
a bride has many challenges. Hundreds of dresses. Anxious fathers. We're calling it these folks. Above all, she must stay focused to find a dress that will fit her body and her budget.
You don't change Vera. You change yourself to fit Vera.
Yep.
Barrett's like 76 years old.
Yeah.
It just turned. It's weird, like it was in market. At the morning meeting, managers Elise and Joan prep the consultants for their day.
So it's important that if she's a first-time shopper, people know price point is key. We have to trust of getting price point. If somebody wants to spend $4,000, not paying $8,000 dresses, I'm not going to be very careful.
Look at her face. Look at her face. It's your favorite. She forgets the golden rule.
Wasn't she just in an episode as a friend, or is that a different Asian lady?
Reveal those fashion she wants to wear, but not what she wants to spend. That could be a problem.
Style is very unique.
I like this.
A culture is a combination of like chic
Precision, this is Snow. Correct me radio check frequency 111.2 over.
No, this is Mitchell 5x5 1.2.
Damn, Mike. No.
It looks beautiful on her. It was totally unexpected that she would pick that dress.
They're not expecting the price either.
We'll move on to the next one. The second dress is much narrower silhouette than the Reebok dress.
This dress is not looks. I don't like glaze, or it just looks so separate. This section looks really 90s, and then this is just sort of strange. Between the two, I like it a little better.
I think we have to look for more dresses. This is Tito Lanya.
I can't do that.
Is there a price point that we should stay within?
Yeah, it has to be under. My goal is under 25.
Okay.
Is there other dress, the first dress to put?
No, oh, no.
Mitchell, you gaming out there?
Twice as much.
I entered shopping for dresses in 25.
He was, anyways.
Purple, everything I stand for.
Before dresses get tried on. So, we only need to get the budget of the bride girl. These dresses are really what we have on now, and we really hope that we don't have a reason for trying to narrow into some budget bids so that she doesn't try on a dress that's totally at her reach, fall in love with it, and then I'm ready for one. Well, the only thing is there's nothing else quite like that yet.
Baker, did Madsen say he was going to be late or anything? Or?
He didn't say anything about being late. I'm going back to his message now just to make sure, but I don't remember him saying anything about being late.
Not finding out the budget was a big mistake.
He said he'll be here.
And the lobby fills
All
up
right.
with more brides.
My name's Rochelle Cohen, and I came to Pineville from California just to look at
Well, we will go ahead and kick this off, and then he can join in as needed. So today's training, guys, we're going to be going over some different movements within the teams and within the squad. One of the things that we're going to be focusing on that was brought to my attention and obviously noticed as well during the last
Something right in
team
front of me.
training is making sure that we're focusing on doing our best to move online as a team or as a squad, but within the teams, making sure that you're staying online. So when we're going through Mount, when we're going, house to house and clearing to make sure that we're not getting too far ahead of each other as best as possible. Now, I know that obviously situations can arise where that may not always be possible, but we still need to be diligent in making sure that we're doing our best to maintain that. So that way, if we are the ones that are waiting for our guys to come out of a house and the other team has moved forward, that we're communicating that hey, we haven't moved yet, or again, doing our best to make sure that our buddies, if they do get up ahead of us, that we're making sure that someone on the enemy side is not getting in between us and potentially shooting them in the back, or causing a potential blue on blue if we know that our background that we're shooting at is got friendlies back there. So that's going to be one of our focuses today, is moving online as needed, team bounding. The other one is going to be as we focus on sections of fire. So as we're moving through a town, where's your gun pointed? Where's your buddy's gun pointed? Where do you need to be looking versus where they need to be looking? Sections of fields of fire for when you're crossing a street, if you're crossing through an alleyway, things of that nature. So without further ado, let's go on ahead and lock and load. There is a flagpole behind me here that we'll walk over to. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce the name of the town that we're going to. Just know that it is the Northwest selection on there that we'll be going to first.
Anybody have CLS?
I ain't got it.
I'll grab it.
You have the rifleman grab it. You're later. He's later. Yeah, I'll grab it real quick in a second. I guess I'm gonna step up. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, go on ahead and step up for now, Snow. And then as soon as Madsen gets here, then you'll just resume your normal spot. Lima Charlie on 101 over.
Take away, bro.
Brown's through.
Brewer's through.
Alpha's through.
I'm waiting on one.
Even though they're going out 8 years, when they actually got me, I'd say for the first 2 years.
All right, guys. So we'll be going through this area a couple of times. I put a arsenal box back here behind you, or behind most of you, to be able to reload as needed. And then there at our destination for this section will be another flagpole for you to come right back here, so we don't have to worry about running back and forth. I was gonna have us have a nice little session here at the church, but I already kind of went over the brief of what we're going to be doing today. So if you walk over here with me, just to the left here of this church. All right, just behind me, you should be able to see an alleyway. I'll go ahead and point here for those of you that may not be able to see it for the angle. Sorry, there. We're going to be walking through that alleyway. You're going to meet me down at the beach, and we're going to do a couple of walkthroughs through here on how we need to maneuver through it as a squad. What fields of fire we need to be covering as someone else is moving, so that way we know that they're covered. We need to be communicating that we're set, or that we're last man, or if we need to take up a door, say if there's a building that does not have a door on it, or if the door is already open and we need to just make sure that we're clearing it, not walking past it. Again, communicating what you're doing, so that way your buddies behind you know what you're doing, so that way they can react appropriately. So this first run, we're going to go through here without any enemy forces. I want you guys to be focusing on your fields of fire and the communication that goes with that. So, Specialist Snow, I know that you're stepping up here. At some point, yes, Madsen will be here for that, and we'll have him take over that. But again, between you and Baker, we're going to have you guys again communicating as a team on that part, on what you guys are going to be doing for your individual teams and things like that. So that's the kind of communication I want to be hearing as you guys are maneuvering through these alleyways here. Now, if you look on the map, and this goes for all of you, you'll see kind of our playground here. You're going to be moving through the blue line. Please do your best. I know that obviously not everybody has a micro dagger or whichever to be able to see exactly where they are. But if you notice the red lines there, that is the playground boundaries. So do not cross through that. This is also to simulate when we are going through phase lines. Now, I know that it's been brought up both in platoon trainings, FTXs, and things like that, where sometimes either due to me not looking at the map every 2 seconds to know exactly where we are, I'm going to be doing better on knowing where we are in the phase line, so that way we're not getting too ahead of any of our sister squads should we need them if we get into something thick. But I want you guys to also be paying attention as well and doing your best to look at landmarks, reading your map, and giving a best guess on where you are in relation to where the phase lines are. And if you don't know, be passing it up to your fire team leaders. If they don't know, they'll get with me, and we will coordinate where we're at. So that way, we know to either press forward or stay where we're at until we're all online. Everybody tracking?
Why does your leg look all red?
Wow.
Do you have an extra dagger?
Oh.
I should stand by. Look at me having things.
We do have an arsenal behind us.
It's empty.
No.
Is it empty? Baker, I thought we said it was good.
Yeah, it's good.
It was an empty
Arsenal.
crate when I went up to it.
You know, you gotta
Oh,
do
I know.
arsenal.
I know. There's no arsenal there. It said open
Yeah,
and
no,
rename.
it's just a crate.
It's an empty crate.
No, it's okay. Ace interact.
I think you're smoking, Sergeant. I have Mace interacting, and there's no arsenal there.
I'm
Same here.
in the arsenal here. I can change my kit if I want to.
Well,
I don't see
I'm
it.
not sure. I'm not sure what to tell you. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know what crack you're smoking there, Sergeant Baker, but I want some of it because I also don't see anything but open or rename.
Sergeant Franklin.
Yes, Specialist Group.
Need to make it an arsenal again. The reason Baker is the only one that can see it is because he was the only one in the server when you made it an arsenal.
Oh, okay. Thank you for... I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that.
Stand by. Crack will be redistributed.
I'm just gonna grab a dagger out of this, Sergeant.
Okay. Crack has been redistributed. I'll go ahead and delete the empty one.
It's got feeding right up the bus line and on the straps. I don't know how the straps gonna work with these. Well, the moment Rachel puts it down, she loves it, but she just wants her mom to love it just the same.
All right. We good to go now, Specialist Smith?
Affirmative, Sergeant
Okay.
Green.
Baker, is there anything you'd like to touch on? I know you and I spoke earlier about some of these clearings here. Is there anything you'd like to give some advice on having your personal experiences?
The focus for this portion of the training exercise will be more for leapfrogging to get from A to B. You can engage in eliminating enemy contacts along the way. However, the primary objective is to get from A to B, so keeping that as a focus. Their previous campaign, it was brought up as far as any engagements that we received, try not to get sucked in. So, like I said, A to B.
Yep. So, echoing that, the dry run is going to be, again, like Sergeant Baker was saying, getting from A to B. Now, once we run through it a couple times and then we put some enemies down, obviously engage is needed. I'm not saying run away from every single fight, but again, like Sergeant Baker was saying, the objective is to not get bogged down. So engage what you can. If you have to go into a house and clear it, then do so. You've got the red lines there as your playground. Just do not go past them, and then continue movement as normal. Like I said, just get to the beach. Anybody got questions, comments, concerns? Anybody need anything before we head off? All right.
Yeah.
All right, Baker, take them out.
So, Alpha will take west side of the alleyway.
Verbal copies.
All right, Alpha, let's go ahead and follow it.
Alpha's going to be on the western side of the alleyway. We're going to be in the eastern side. Give them a little bit of room. We're going to follow them out.
Copy.
Yeah.
Myself and Brewer, the beer and Papa.
All right, there's no buddy teams. We're in 3-man. Let's just make sure we're keeping eyes on everybody at all times. Mitchell, you got CLS. He'll be the 2IC as well.
Roger.
And we're moving. Let's jog.
This is Bravo. Are we gonna assume a walking pace once we enter that alleyway over.
You're gonna do what?
Well, not straight leisurely walking, more of a light jog.
Bravo, recommend we push to the eastern side of the fence here.
Yeah, you're fine.
The lift looks clear. We can roll in when you guys are set.
Mitchell set.
Bravo's set.
Alright, let's go.
Alright,
Alright,
let's
rolling
move
in.
in.
Moving. First one set.
Crossing. Set.
I wanna hold here, you guys cross.
Last man. Moving.
Last man.
On you, Brown. Crossing.
Mitchell's pushing up to the fence.
Round hold, I'm moving.
Good to be here. You can call set. Hot metal fast past.
I'm gonna hold actually on the edge of this construction building. Brian, go ahead. Whoever's pushing past me.
Security out west.
Last man.
Okay. We're at the road. Ready to cross snow.
Copy that. I'll hold the eastern side to let my team cross. We'll move last.
Alright, Brown and Mitchell cross. I got the eastern road covered. Advise when you're last man.
Go, Brown.
Last man.
Last man.
You are the last man.
Last man.
Call when you're set.
Push it back.
Sorry, Mitchell. I thought you'd already ran.
Nope.
Brown set.
Set.
Copy, moving.
Crossing. Last man.
Awesome. Mitchell, let's go.
Moving up.
We're
Hold at the corner of this building, Mitchell.
Mitchell set.
All right, crossing.
Alright, Mitchell, crossing.
Yep. Go, Brown.
Last man.
last man.
When somebody set up watching this road.
Brown set.
That lane.
Crossing.
That
Last man.
Snow set.
last man.
On you, Bravo.
Copy. Flow past me. I'll hold this.
Yep, moving.
Last man.
Around you two.
Coleman set.
Mitchell set, holding short of an alleyway the Alpha's watching.
Brown set.
Moving.
Moving.
Last
Moving.
Crossing behind last man.
Last man.
Alright, Alpha's got that alleyway. Let's keep going.
Yep, push it up.
Last man, Pablo.
Push it up to the edge.
Crossing. Last man.
Copy. Hold this corner to the east.
Set.
Bravo, this Mitchell probably should have Alpha
Go ahead.
push across the road.
Hold. Alpha will push you up on your right, and we'll take into the next set of alleys.
Bravo copies. We're holding.
Alright, Alpha,
Hey, firm, that's the plan. Once Alpha moves, Brown, we're gonna go across to where they are and hold down the west.
Pass it, or cross it.
Copy.
Last man.
Got your sector, Brewer. Watch out, rear, Brown. Alpha, this is Bravo. Advise when you're set. We're ready to move. Alpha, this is Bravo. Are you set in a position to cover us? Cover that, we're good.
Alright, Roscoe Mike, let's move. You two first, I'll hold this down this road.
Happy, Brown, go ahead and push. I'll follow behind you.
Motion. I'll be looking east.
Sorry, last man.
Copy, I'm moving.
Stay back here. Don't push.
Yep, you're gonna move. I've got your lane covered.
Keep that back into cover.
I'm falling past both of you. I'm gonna get on the eastern side.
Reg,
Last man, you two. Let's pick it up.
Mitchell's open.
Bravo's behind you guys, shooting that point. Alpha, this is Bravo. We are set to your east.
Copy. We'll go ahead and cross road same time. Bravo, push across.
All right, Mitchell, Brown, move.
Crossing.
Moving.
Man.
Last man.
Crossing last man.
Cross over, ready to green.
They'll float past you.
Mitchell set. Yep, you go.
Last man.
Last man.
Pushing.
Crossing.
Push across.
Crossing last man. You're going right. You're going. Brown. Back off the corner. Let the guy on the far side of the threshold pie it. Now you can bust the corner.
All right, Mitchell, you and I'll push past to that opposing wall.
Cover 6.
On you.
Push him.
Here.
Brown, hold that corner.
Got an open door on this building in this compound next to us.
Brown, you can move.
Last man.
Mitchell's pushing all the way up to the end of the fence.
Copy.
Brown's looking.
On you, Copy.
Alright, let's move fast, Brown.
Going around you.
Crossing last man.
Go.
I'm set. You guys are good to move.
Crossing past.
Crossing.
Last man.
Crossing.
This is Bravo. We're making our final push across the road.
Mitchell set watching the east.
Last man, follow.
Bravo, you're good to move.
School circle.
Moving. School circle. Put your weapons on safe.
Alrighty, guys. So, not a bad run. One of the things that I noticed happened at least twice for sure. When you get across, whoever is going to be holding the corner where the first man is holding, if that's making sense. So basically, if whoever the last man is, right, which is the first person who is setting up security, we got to make sure that they have security so that they can cross. So whoever is taking the security that's across the street and looking the way that they are looking, so that way when they cross, they still have that sector covered. We need to make sure that we're doing that. There was just 2 times that I saw that where somebody was just basically crossing alone, and we just got to make sure that all of our guys are across before we continue our movement forward. One of those times was one of the major intersections, and Alpha, you guys got across, and you kind of just kept moving up through that alleyway before Bravo got across, and they didn't. I mean, now of course they had the sector of that road covered, but they didn't have cover for when they needed to move, so there wouldn't have been as much cover for them crossing. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah. After it happened, I caught it.
Okay. So again, as long as you guys are seeing those things, again, I won't harp on them and whatnot. I'm just getting you guys to see those things and make sure that you're covering the man next to you, because that's the most important thing, is that we're covering them and he's covering you. So the movement seemed pretty fluid. There were I think right at the beginning, you guys were at one of the corners and there wasn't any movement going on. Now, of course, I couldn't hear anything other than over the radio. So if you guys were talking internally like I'm doing now, then maybe you guys were plotting something. But other than that, just keep up the momentum. And again, not a bad run. So go on ahead and go through the teleport here. We'll do another dry run based on the corrections, and then we'll do some live fire through the same area.
You heard the man. Do the flag.
Which was through.
Browns through.
Copy.
Oh, this is Robert. You want to take us out again?
Yeah, I can. All right, let's go.
I was gonna take us out again.
Roger. Definitely recommend we immediately push to the eastern side instead of going around to the west and crossing back over.
Yep. That was a fault of mine last time. Thanks for catching that.
Much as moving to the fence then.
Looks like Elizabeth was able to make a decision even without your sister's approval. Coming up, what happened?
Mitchell said hi.
This is Bravo. We're set.
Okay, I'm set as well. Let's roll in.
Alright, let's roll in. Autobots, roll out.
Mission set.
Do I go
Ground,
across
let's
last
go past.
Last minute.
Last man through.
Mitchell's moving.
Brown last man.
Crossing past you, so.
Hold it, Bravo. Okay, go ahead and push across. Poppin'.
I hold that Mitchell, I'm gonna cross.
Roger. Check that garage as you passed. We're going to push us as well.
Last man.
Alright, Mitchell, you can move. I got the road.
Last man.
Keep pushing, Ben. Check that door as you pass.
Last man, Poppin'.
Mitchell set. Watching the two-story.
I got your high.
Alright, what's up for moves? We're going.
Okay.
Alpha, we're set.
Alright, copy. Push past you to beer.
Mitchell, move.
Crossing.
Yeah.
Crossing last man, bro.
Mitchell set.
Copy.
Mitchell, last man.
Snow set.
Go ahead, bro.
Crossing last man.
Mitchell's pushing all the way down.
Crossing last man.
Last man to beer. You got high.
After you guys are good. All the way up to the fence, it looks like.
Okay. Alright.
Mitchell's got
Push
the east
past.
locked down.
Cross it.
Copy.
Beer back up. Okay, Alpha's in the alley.
Bravo's moving.
Alright, move. I got this road cover.
Yep, so go.
Moving.
Brown's across.
Mitchell's across.
I got the corner, Alpha.
Okay. All right,
Alright, let's move up, Brown.
take it down the alley.
Alright, we're taking it up the alley. Brown, hold short of that. Let Alpha pie across you. Do the same for their side. Alright, round the corner.
All right,
Oh,
pop
this
it,
is
go.
Bravo. We're set to move.
Check it. Copy. We're crossing now.
Moving.
Brown, last man.
Alpha, I'm gonna push all the way up to the building here.
Understood. Brown, you're good to go.
I'll walk these right there for you.
Yeah, I see the apartment.
Make sure we're calling last man.
On you. Take it to beer.
Crossing.
Let's keep going, Brown.
Pass it.
Last man, Mitchell.
Set.
Crossing.
Last man.
Brown, last man.
I'm slowly taking it up the alley.
Let me know when it's clear. I'll round it.
Left looks good. Going around it.
Copy.
I got high.
Alright, let's keep flowing.
Crossing.
Last man.
Set. Crossing.
Crossing last man.
Mitchell set.
Moving.
Last man.
Moving.
Brown, hold there. I'm flowing past.
Mitchell's moving.
Push a little more to beer. Go around.
Crossing, last man.
Cross you. Taking this corner. Y'all push past.
Last man.
Crossing, last man.
Mitchell set across the road.
Beer going across.
Crossing, last man.
Alright, school circle again. Safety.
All right, guys. So a lot better on that run. You guys took a lot more initiative, I'll say. One of the things that I will tell you is that if you see a hole, plug it. Baker pushed across the street on one of those spots there towards the end and noticed, hey, there's not anybody looking this way, and took initiative and held the corners. That way the rest of the team could move up. Who was it that Brown? I believe it was you. Right here towards the end, I saw you pull rear security, and I was like, hey, someone's thinking the right way, because if I decide I'm going to put a guy and run him up your ass, that's going to be everybody, because somebody needs to be pulling rear security. So whoever, like I said, I think it was you, Brown. Good on you for doing that. It's just those little things, guys. Just take the initiative and do it, right? What's the saying, right? Ask for forgiveness later. So if you see something needs to be done, step up and be that person and get it done. If somebody asks what the fuck later, explain why you were in the right, or why you feel you were in the right, and they should have better understanding of why you took initiative. So we definitely need, not that we don't have enough leadership here in the 506, but we're always continuously looking for that leadership. So you see the problem, step up and fix it. Sergeant Baker, do you have any? Again, I couldn't hear your guys' talking going on while you guys were amongst yourselves. So,
I think he's Jewish. What do you think?
Baker, is there any notes that you saw? Anything on the ground?
The
Oh,
second
it's this
iteration
guy.
was definitely a better improvement.
He's got his
intersection
own
field of fire
bridle
was
line
pretty
now.
drastic in the first iteration, to where both both elements were guilty of this as far as running in front of your battle buddy's barrel without yelling out crossing. Just because they weren't in your fire team, situational awareness lets somebody know who's pulling security. If you're going to run in front of them, hey, I'm fucking crossing you. That did not happen in the second iteration. It was definitely a lot better organized. Other than that, I didn't have anything.
Okay. And special snow.
Other than just calling out last man every time you're giving up the rear end of a sector, that's pretty important. That's all I got. Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I won't beat the dead horse. You guys, I think you did a lot better on that one, though the first one was not bad. It's those little fine-tuning pieces that makes us go from 80 to 100% real fucking quick. So keep those up. You guys are going to go through this flag behind me one more time, or at least two more times. These are going to be live exercises now, so as soon as you go through, just stand by. Make sure that you're standing out of the view of this alleyway, so that way I can place people down, and you don't start getting engaged prior to the event starting. So if nobody has any other questions or comments or concerns, go on ahead and go through the flagpole, and I will let your team leaders know when it's time for you to step off.
Remember, stay behind this church, check your ear pro, flick off the safeties.
We'll hold just at the western side of the fence here.
Yep.
She has some big front teeth.
That's a real northeastern thing. Because everyone has big teeth.
They're horses.
Sandy, one sees it, the other one sees it, and they all want it. Exactly. And that's not bending. That's just making somebody else. It's just I was getting nervous because I don't want other people to see that.
Looks like it's too late for that.
Funny. Your girl Becky, another girl told her that she can fight off. It can't be this stressful because head on or down. I fight off. Okay, so they all.
As soon as I get back from picking up Toph, I'm probably gonna have a drink.
I might have to have a drink.
Stacy London. She's from another show. Another, is it a fashion show? Yes, that's it. And now she's got like this gray streak in her hair, right? I mean, it does well for her.
Alpha covers.
Bravo copies.
Same as before, we're already set. Alpha, go ahead and take it out. Alright, Alpha. Go ahead and take it out.
Bravo copies.
Alright, we're ready. Alpha's gonna be taking us out. The same as before, we're gonna be following them.
Copy.
Copy.
Alpha set.
Visual set, holding rear.
Bravo set.
Okay, let's take it.
Alright, we're going.
On you.
I'm gonna hold here, push past
Cross.
now.
Set.
Last man.
Advise when you're set.
Press.
Set.
Last member.
Crossing last man.
Visual set.
Alpha set up the road.
Bravo set, ready to move.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, let's take it, Brown.
Crossing last man.
Set.
Brown, take the corner, watch now to the east.
Round set.
Crossing last man. On you, sir.
Alright, moving.
Copy, I'm watching higher closely.
Last man to beer.
Got boys
Forces
flying.
close.
Keep eyes forward, fine. I don't see.
Drill house. Drill house.
Stay down.
Alright, I'm watching down the road to the east. Let's continue our movement.
Moving. Crossing.
Crossing.
Crossing last man.
Advise when you guys are set.
Round set.
At least one or two more contacts. It's fucking south down the road. Or down this fucking alleyway.
Copy that, fuck them up.
Come down on me.
Copy.
Pulling them back.
Push up.
Alright, remember if Alpha is down on this side of the road, we're gonna stay in this security.
On my left, I got down the street.
Fucking right around the corner there.
Copy.
Let's push down a little bit further down this alley, gain a foothold here.
Yeah, there's a guy, there's at least one time around the corner to the right here.
Good shit. Get to these crates, we're gonna hold. Down the alley.
Crossing.
Okay, set.
Moving.
Cross, Brown.
Crossing last man.
Last man.
I'm holding this fucking alleyway until Alpha gets up here.
High. Down. Gotta reload.
I'll push up.
Copy.
Keep
Push.
movement.
Crossing you.
Let me get a minute. I'm gonna have to bandage.
Okay, I'm pushing up to the corner.
Crossing
We're
last
gonna hold here for render self-aid. Over.
Alright, render yourself in, we're gonna hold here.
Wall again.
Disregard.
Got no angle on that shooter.
There's a shooter to our north inside this fucking compound.
Probably fucking friendly.
On the street, the beer.
Right up.
Bravo's calling some frags over this wall to the northeast.
I don't think I hit him.
Alright, crossing.
Last man beer.
Why are you such an asshole?
Probably gonna push past me. I'll hold this corner until you get across.
I'm gonna hold this corner from Alpha.
Alright, then go. Front push. Set up facing east. I'll push off till you get over there.
Round set.
Alright, moving.
Those behind.
Last man
Push fast.
crossing.
Mitchell set. I'm gonna push to the end of this alley.
Copy that. I'm the last man across. Let's continue pushing.
Keep pushing down the wall.
Copy.
Keep your eyes peeled to these fucking windows.
You got look
Stack.
good run right.
Take 3, reloading.
Bravo set, ready to move across whenever you guys are.
Okay, hold minute.
We'll move in for now. Fresh mags if you got them.
AR's up.
Alpha set when you are.
Tin's here. Bravo set, ready to move.
Copy, we're moving. Alright.
Alright, we're moving.
Crossing.
Crossing the beer.
Last man.
I'm set.
Moving.
Push him. Keep pushing that way.
Okay, first one set.
He was on the balcony. I got him.
Copy. Let's continue movement.
Last man.
Mitchell, flow past Brown.
Okay.
Crossing.
Stay low, bro.
Crossing.
I'm crossing last man.
Last man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hold on. Don't. Alright, go ahead and bust. Hold that corner.
Alright, let's continue movement.
Yep, got it.
Ready to push past me. I've got this fucking corner locked.
Brown, pie that opening for Alpha when you as you cross.
Somebody get pushed up to that building. Number 2, make sure you're covering over top of me to my right. I can hear him on the other side of this wall. Frag the other side of this wall.
Keep moving. Keep moving, Brown. Keep moving.
Frag out. Other side of the wall for frags.
I got this. I got this. Well. We're in this fucking
Alright, keep going. Keep going. I'll hold this out.
pushing. On you, bro. I'm pushing.
Go. Number 4.
Guy right.
Last man.
Reloading.
Left is clear. Your left is
Please
clear.
take the corner. No, I got it. We're good. Alright, pushing. My leg's fucked.
Alpha, this is Mitchell. My leg is pretty fucked, but I'm working my way downtown.
Get this in the corner.
Copy that. Once you get set, I'll take your sector.
Corner for you, Mitchell.
Nah. Disregard, Bruce. Gotcha.
Crossing last man.
Dash you guys.
Alpha's got their AR holding this corner for a spawn patch money.
Copy that. Brown, hold where you at until we're ready to move across the road. Actually, disregard Brown. Hold that rear security. I'll watch down this way. Advise when you're set.
I got it.
Roger, pump.
Hey, Brown's good.
Which is good.
Alright, Brown, let's move.
Yeah,
Last man.
Yeah. There we
Oh,
go.
yeah, disregard. My bad.
All right, we're all across. Good job, fellas. Circle back up on that one.
All right, stand by just a second.
You climb Phil's team, seeing one of their top designers in bridal market, or rather, not seeing.
Okay, there he is. Before I start, Baker, how do you think that went?
There was an overall change of perception to the area. We slowed down a lot more on the third iteration versus second versus first, respectively. The communication I felt was doubled on that one, just given the perceived notion of presence of enemy forces, which was really good. Dry runs are difficult because communication I feel is always lacking, but it sets a muscle memory tone. Overall, I think it went really well.
Exactly. And great point there. So, guys, we're also teaching escalation of force. So, you started off in that first little area. Everything was hunky dory, seemed pretty good. Other than you're already having the knowledge of, hey, this is a live fire exercise now. You guys already had that kind of expectation, but you went through those first two areas unscathed, no change, right? The minute the first bullets fucking started flying, you guys immediately snapped to, and like Baker was saying, there was more communication, there was more action, there was more direction. Right there towards the end, obviously I had the bird's eye view. They inadvertently created a bottleneck
User
situation
joined your
for you
channel.
guys, and whoever the let's see, hold on, let me see here, who's the auto rifleman for Bravo? Snow, is that you? Were you so you guys had taken this little bitty house, or well, not taken it. I shouldn't say that. Sorry. You guys had moved towards that tiny house because there's that short wall. Like Alpha had the longer wall, you guys had the short wall. You guys pushed up to the house, and then that's where all those guys kind of started filing around that corner there.
Yeah, my intention was to kind of pie that opening as we moved across, to just secure the corner for Alpha, so they could hook around and hold security there, so we could continue security on the east. They kind of just started flowing out, so it we wanted to get clusterfucked there, but I think we did a good job of maintaining fire while also maintaining movement and security, so that they weren't able to kind of to bog us down really that much.
Yeah, absolutely. So, kudos to you for seeing that, and basically, I'm assuming that you told them, or maybe they just kind of knew, hey, we probably shouldn't move. But they had your corner covered, and you were watching theirs, so that way nobody could run around that corner and shoot them. And you shot, I think, like 4 or 5 people right there in that spot. Allowing them to say, hey, you know what, I'm still hearing voices. We should probably prep frags and throw them over the side here, which was, again, executed beautifully. And you guys prevented too much chaos from happening on your guys' side. So, again, great fields of fire, great coordination. Definitely loving what I'm seeing, guys. So we're gonna run through one more time here. I'm gonna get Matt's in here, so that way he can step up and do what he needs to do, and then we'll continue. Special Snow.
Hey, Firma Sergeant, just one quick comment.
Absolutely.
You mentioned initiative and kind of awareness of our sister fire teams. If we're making a cross against a big road, like an MSR, or even a bit of a bigger ASR that's got a lot more avenues, especially when you're working with fire teams that are kind of down one, because it gets a little wonky when it's 3 and 4. Just awareness that you are the last man, and that you do have people covering your sector to move is important. Because we can get bogged down a little bit if we're having to wait for one guy to kind of be told to move, right? So a little bit more initiative and awareness of who's holding what sector and when you can move is key. Working in these tight spots like this, so we're flowing quickly and smoothly. Because what's the saying? Smooth is fast, fast is smooth, or some shit like that. So that's all
Right.
I got, Sarge.
Yeah, no, absolutely, great point. So, again, the other thing that you inadvertently just brought up now, as to why I put you guys through a smaller alleyway like this, is now, of course, obviously, this is kind of a step out of game for a second, but when you guys are working together, you guys know who sounds like who, right? So if I say that I'm set, I would hope that my voice is pretty distinctive from somebody else's voice, right? So again, it's those simple things of paying attention to. Oh, hey, somebody in Alpha said set. I shouldn't move yet if I'm in Bravo, right? So it's associating voice to the person, right? So if Snow says he's set, obviously Mitchell and Brown are going to be moving next, right? It wouldn't be suddenly Baker or Brewer moving, right? Because they know, hey, that wasn't for me. So creating those environments um, in a smaller realm for you guys to play in is another key important thing that sometimes we overlook. So definitely a good point. So anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? Do I need to kick it up a notch? Was that too easy for you guys? I know that was a trick question.
Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
There you go. I knew you had to look it up.
That's what it was. No, I didn't
All
look
right.
it up. I just had to fucking think about what I was saying there for a
Too
second.
many pops in the kitchen calling the Indians Chiefs carts horse black.
What he
Huh?
said. I understood perfectly.
Yep. All right. So go on ahead, go through the flagpole. I'm going to get Madsen in here, wait at the box, do your reloading as you need to. If anybody needs medical, let me know. I'll make sure you're healed up before we go. And then your team leaders will tell you it's good to go.
The ceremony could get pushed back, though, because right now, Ned's still married to someone else.
Which is great.
Would you be able to make it tighter here? Just so I can look away. No, no, right.
Brown screen.
She's run out of ideas, but Randy pulls a gown that looks promising.
First green.
You're going to have to lay down a little bit more hate for this one.
I'm equipped for the job.
Is this too much? Showing?
Not tonight.
You want to let Venti out of her cage? Do we want to let Venti out of her cage? Coda! Come here. Hey, shut all the doors. Coda, shut all the doors and let Venti out of her cage. Huh? Just let her out of her cage. Is Bubba's door shut? Hey, is Bubba's door shut? Is Bubba's door shut? Okay. Oh, stretch it out, baby girl.
Alpha copies.
On a slow day at the bridal salon, every sale counts.
Get back there, Bravo.
Whether it's trying to give a biker bride a girly side, that's sexy. That's what.
Hey, Bravo. You changed the batteries in your radio?
Talking to actual Bravo or me Bravo?
You Bravo.
You're Bravo.
Yeah, but I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I was told you were stepping up.
I haven't told her. I said something and I'm not stepping up. Good
So what the
communication
fuck?
there. So
Make a
someone tell
decision.
me what are we doing and I'll step up.
We're just going through an alleyway. Fucking piggybacking or leapfrogging. I mean, down this little corridor.
I know how to go through an alleyway. Anyone have a baseball bat? Bravo will be ready.
Alpha will Alpha be on point. All right, let's take it out.
How do we want to do this?
We can roll at the same time once you guys get stacked up, and we'll just continue down the alley. You
What's
guys
that?
have the east side of the alley, and we have the west
Sure,
side bound.
Brown set.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna go through the alley together with Alpha, moving now. You have the east side, but the room towards Overwatch as well.
Set.
Crossing.
Crossing last man.
Set.
Last pass you, Snow.
Copy.
That.
Set.
Set.
Yeah, let's hold this.
Just hold it in the rear.
We're stacked and ready.
Set.
Snug up.
Crossing.
All right, first man cross.
Crossing.
Crossing, last man.
Cross.
Crossing last man.
Last man, Mets.
Set.
Set on you. Move up.
Copy.
Moving up.
Alleyway to your right.
Yep, already on it.
Stack.
Projection better looks good for you, Alpha.
Crossing.
Last man.
I was measuring. I think there may or may not be contact in this true story that Alpha's crossing.
Yeah, cover that. We'll engage if we meet them. crossing here, hold the street.
Mitchell's side on
Snow,
the
go
road.
across first and set up on the other side.
Okay, crossing.
Set.
Alright, Brown, you can move up.
Crossing, last man.
Crossing.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna take my corner.
Moving. Crossing.
What's up, Brown?
Crossing. Snow last man.
Copy.
Going around the building.
Frag out.
Use rollables, use rollables.
Drop on the back
Watch
side of
this
the
fucking
building.
garage, Brian.
Stand up.
So.
Moving.
I'll show you.
Pick
Watch
it
the
back up.
front.
It's doors open over here.
Copy, yeah, that garage door was already open.
Marching down this alley.
Push it past.
Crossing Brown.
You guys get set, push across.
Let's set across. Alpha.
Last man.
Okay.
I'm holding this point.
Where's Manson at?
Alpha check in. Or Bravo check in, I should say.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bandage up. I'm gonna need some drugs.
Hold up here at the next corner, wait for Alpha.
I'm holding back here with a couple members of Alpha, helping out with security.
Copy that, I
You
see you.
guys, I've engaged some contacts coming east to west on this road.
If we can get
Copy that.
on the
I want a flash in there.
Okay.
Flash out. Go.
Going out. Left.
Still a guy out to our south somewhere. Not sure where he's at.
Coming out.
Just hold for now, wait for Alpha to clear.
Drop him back. Let him cross.
Okay, crossing. Last man.
Let's suppress it.
Yeah, Alpha know the moment they get into the alleyway, there's probably going to be a guy down it somewhere shooting at us.
East first floor, left side window on the far side, southeast.
Just dropped one coming up behind us.
Copy, keep up with me.
Okay, keep rolling in. We're in a bad spot.
What's north, south?
Yep, let's move.
We'll here across or secure Bravo. Bravo, you guys.
I've got it, Brian. Go ahead.
Copy, Bravo's moving. You're moving now.
Ground set.
Let's go, sir.
Yeah, one on the north side somewhere.
Probably gonna be over that fence line there. I can frag it if we need to.
Hold frag for now.
Disregard, I have no frags in. I can restock.
Was that throwing a grenade?
Negative.
It's going to be a challenge to make Christina's $1,800 budget stretch. Takes her into the stock room.
Smoke on our pause now. One over top of you guys, throwing a frag. Other side of your guys'
Alpha's
wall.
throwing a frag over our side.
He ain't dead, he's pissed off.
Okay, I got it.
I'm moving up.
Right, we're moving. Keep watching our back.
We need to hook left here and deal with the guy inside the compound.
Crossing Cortland.
I just dropped one inside the
Copy.
compound. If you can try to walk up on it. Holding.
Crossing last man.
Right, set. Go right if you go left. 3, 2, 1, reach.
Watch that corner.
Roger.
Roger, bumping.
I can flash it.
On you.
Friendlies up in this
Okay,
fucking
crossing.
building to our northeast.
Or here.
Crossing.
Holding here.
We got shooters to our rear.
They're down.
Bravo is in that 2.
Yep, eyes on him. Go ahead, I got the street.
No, continue moving. Go ahead, continue moving down to the alley. That was more along the channel. Pushing up a little bit more.
Cross behind.
Yeah, Roger, I'm holding this for Bravo to cross.
Crossing you, Brown. Crossing you.
Copy that. I'm gonna move slightly to my right. Disregard, I'm just gonna flow past
50
Madsen.
meters to our west-southwest down the lane I'm covering.
Mitchell set.
Crossing. Crossing.
Stop it.
I'm gonna go down to the end of this wall with Alpha here.
Roger.
Dropped an RPG gunner on this lane.
Last man.
Stop it.
Moving.
No, that corner looks fairly clear. You can go ahead and run left.
Someone behind us.
Good shooting.
Crossing. Last man.
Go around.
Good hold if one of you move up. Last man snow.
Copy, I'm moving.
Bravo. Bravo dropping.
Behind you, DeBeer.
Stop it.
Moving up.
Moving slowly towards you guys now.
Crossing.
Crossing.
Okay. Sound like there's something.
I'm set on the road to the northeast.
Last
Crossing
man.
has you, so.
Okay, I got you covered.
Crossing past last.
I've got the other side of the road for you
Last man
now.
snow, you can move across now.
Moving.
Copy.
Last
Crossing
man.
time now.
Snow, can you hold the northeast in the alley behind us? Circle around the flag, I guess. Close enough.
All right, Baker, we'll start with you.
The contacts ultimately led to me being incapacitated. I did not hear anybody step up on comms. Nor was it relayed. I was drugged back. That's because when I snapped out of it, I was not where I was. So that's good that I was immediately brought back out of the problem. Was appeared to me was Bravo was assisting us in taking care of the problem. However, I didn't hear any communication as far as what was going on, even though I was capacitated.
Yep. So again, guys, this is why we practice. Make sure that we're passing up if someone's down, if someone needs to step up, letting the other team know what's going on. They may not always be literally right next to you to see the event unfold. So we need to be able to give them a very clear and accurate line of communication with the least words possible, so that way we're not clogging up the net. Anything else, Baker?
I am no more important than anybody on my right or left. However, when I go down, actual needs to know about it, because information disseminated down needs to make it to my 2IC.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Madsen?
Thank you, Astro. I kind of shot through the face, unfortunately. There was some miscommunication about how quickly they banked around the target. I assumed the door opened and guys stepped through and I just kind of shot. Since we have engaged contact from there. I didn't realize how quickly they got up and started moving. Just my part. But that's the only big thing I saw. Obviously, I was kind of thrown into it a bit, so there was some other things I could improve with thinking a bit ahead.
Gotcha. Yep. So again, PID. If we're going in a building, if we're covering a corner, PIDing is not also just the face or the clothing, guys. It's also the firearms that we're using. So
She looks really young to have a daughter that old.
AK-47s, for example, do not have the same what do you call that? The A2,
Right.
the
Sight
castle.
post?
Yeah. There's a whole lot of things obviously on a gun that you can, if you're only seeing bits and pieces of it, should be able to determine whether or not it's friendly. Now, of course, I will say this right now because I know where some of you are thinking, but Sergeant Franklin, we've engaged people with M4s and this and that's. You're absolutely right. That's where the communication part comes in. So there's multiple pieces to the puzzle of PIDing. It's not just, oh, I see their camo, because somebody could easily, I could be dressed as a bad guy right now and just start shooting, right? So again, we have to know who's who as best we can with the information that we have and make the best judgment. Everybody tracking?
Confirm.
All right, for Madsen's sake, we're going to run through it one more time, and then we will push on to the next portion of the training, and then we'll wrap things up. Before we do this last one, does anybody else have any C's or Q's or concerns or anything of that nature before we move on? No wrong answers, guys. No wrong comments or questions. If you're seeing something that maybe I'm not seeing or your team leader's not seeing, again, by all means, this is the place to address it. All right. Oh. Specialist Bird.
Well, thank you, Sergeant Franklin. All right. With what Corporal Madsen was talking about in terms of how quickly we moved around, one of the biggest things you need to understand in an urban environment is to make use of your sight lines. If someone gets engaged and dropped on a corner, the dumbest thing you can do is pop up in the exact same hole where that guy just got dropped, because that's where the enemy is already looking. You're literally making his job easier for him. Your first reaction should be to find a new angle. If you cannot find a new angle, then communicate that you don't have an angle and somebody needs to maneuver on it. So you do not have to pop up in the same murder hole that your buddy was just shot at, which is why my immediate first reaction was to flank around the back of the building, come up behind him and stuff my barrel in his asshole and give him a little bit of love. Surprise butt sex is the best way to eliminate someone. So don't pop up in the same spot that somebody else just got shot. Find a new angle. Make sense?
Indeed, indeed.
That is all.
Thank you for those wise words, Specialist Brewer. I'm taking as many deep breaths as possible to contain myself. That was absolutely beautiful and textbook. So, yeah, based off of Brewer's words here, guys, make a hole. That's why we have the breaching charges. If you see that your buddy just got tagged, yeah, do not go in that same spot. That's how you get got. And we don't need more people down. We need everybody up. So, but you guys grabbed Baker, you pulled him back, and Brewer went to work as normal. So, but if he didn't have that, he would pass that up. Hey, I don't have an angle, and you guys would either need to breach if you needed to. You would need to climb over a wall. Again, do what you absolutely have to do to get this person taken care of. Both the enemy and then obviously moving to the treatment of your battle buddy moving forward. Anybody else? C's, Q's?
Yeah,
Go
do
for
we
it.
want to clear more buildings this time around, or do you want to stay?
Yeah,
just like we did
absolutely.
yesterday?
So again, so if we look at the map here, guys, the red lines again, they represent the barrier, right? If you guys are taking contact, again, I know that we were talking initially that hey, the ultimate objective here is to get to the beach. Absolutely. However, we've said it before when we're in FTXs, when we're in platoon trainings, when we're in actual campaign missions. If you're taking contact from a building that you're having to pass by on your way to your objective, and the order has not been passed down to withdraw, or I'm sorry, tactical withdrawal, or what's the other one? Was it not? I'm drawing a blank on the other. Disengage. Thank you. Yes, Sergeant Baker. That's exactly the word I was thinking of. If you've not been given the order to disengage, guys, you should be. And Specialist Brewer, correct me if I'm wrong here, because I know you were here while I was away. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you should be going through and clearing those buildings out, so that way you can proceed to your ultimate objective. Is that correct, or am I missing something?
No, that's correct.
Okay. Just want to make sure things hadn't changed too much since I've been gone. But anyways, yeah, guys, we'll go through it again. If you have to clear a building, clear the building. If another team has to sit and pull security for a second while you clear it, because obviously you guys have seen these buildings are not that big. They do not require the entire squad to go through them. So do what you need to. Take the initiative. Make it happen. Use your throwables. Make it make sense. Grenades obviously are authorized because we know that there's not civilians in here, but for the sake of saying it, PID. We're not going to be throwing grenades if we ultimately do not know, but because we know now that there are no civilians, use your grenades. If you have a huge area that you need to cross and you're being engaged, pop the smoke. Use your flashbangs. You guys know this. So go on ahead, go back through the flag here, re-up and rearm, and then I will let you know when you're good to go again.
Rearm with the throwables and all that good jazz.
Finding a great wedding gown in a plus size can be an adventure.
It looks like a favorite book.
And so is shopping with a super possessive mom.
Snow's gonna go off comms 3 to 4 mics.
Alterations are needed after a flight.
Nathan? Is it just me? Is this not an arsenal?
He might have to remake an arsenal for you there, Corporal. Because he dropped this arsenal box afterwards, so you might have to call it up.
I am off comms for a hot second.
So can you just drop me 2 flashbangs and backpack and just take 2 more for yourself? I should be good then.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Cheers.
Can you do the arsenal thing for Nelson?
I got 2 frags and 2 stuns in my backpack. If you want to just take them out of there, Corporal. Yeah, whatever you don't take, I'll just
You
put
don't
up.
have to do it. Figure out a solution.
Oh, he already dropped it.
I can't actually take them out of your backpack for some reason.
I can put them in yours. Hold on.
Yes. Alpha, do you want for training purposes take the other side of the alley this time?
That's actually a good
Which is
idea.
green.
Brown screen.
Sarah's first bride has some trepidation about shopping for a gown.
Sometimes you get them.
Yeah, sometimes you have good ones.
Must be an accident. Alright, for training purposes, we take the other side of the alley this time.
That's
Basically, you're gonna do the exact same thing, just maybe a bit more aggressive in clearing buildings this time. But otherwise, I expect it to be the exact same.
Any kind of silhouette, like skirt-wise, waist-wise, full versus straight. So you'll do whatever you want, except the top. Okay. Maybe a little top. Yeah. Okay. I'm really hoping that I don't get frustrated with the shopping of the dress. But I expect it if it does happen. So hopefully we'll go heavy from this week.
There's a gun range? That's cool.
First back on comms.
Copy. Copy. Alpha's good. You are Bravo.
Snow, are you back yet? Bravo still waiting for one member.
Copy.
Jen's back in the fitting room for dress number 2.
Looks fabulous. I still love the first one though. You see, they're nice and it. All right, dress number 2.
And the chance you did not hear, Alpha will be taking the east side of the alley for this invasion.
Roger.
Those little pickups on the side really highlighted your waist. So ruching is highlighted.
Seems the first one is the one to beat. On to dress number 3.
Are you ready?
Ready, ready.
The first one I liked. It's very nice. I just don't think it's well, me and my native model were actually looking at the dresses and the dresses. I think that this one that has a fabulous. It has embroidery in the front, and then it's kind of yeah. And you're always well, I still love the first one. All right. Okay. I would go for multi-class, no white, and then a graphic, and then
Coming up, dressing room drama from a mother who doesn't want to share. Sarah's plus-size bride Jen is heading back to the stock room for a second round with dressing.
yeah, that's not gonna be good.
But no matter what your shape is, bridal shopping can be fraught with difficulty.
You just want to roll? Okay.
She's here with her mother.
Alright, I'll take us out.
We're just gonna go and Snow will catch up when he gets back.
Roger.
You have to be more mindful of the danger zones without the automatic rifle.
Back on comms.
We just
Just in
left,
time. You came back
Force
as
company
the
to you.
you came back as the bells toll. So I guess you must be for whom the bells toll.
Take a look to the sky just before you die, because this is the last time you will.
What's that?
Makes me sad that I'm the only one that remembers when that album was released.
You know.
Bravo is set for its move.
I wasn't even thought of when that bitch was released.
Right, go.
On you.
Set.
Crossing.
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 Set.
Crossing last man.
Last man. Moving.
Snow, if you set up under the screen.
Down.
Snow, save up 2 seconds.
Say again?
Save up, I need to go off comms 1 minute.
Brown, watch your back.
Alpha copies. We're ready when you are.
Alright, Bravo, let's continue moving to the fucking east-southeast. Move across. I got this room.
Down the alley.
Brown across.
He's gonna be on the west side of the alley. Bravo's in a better
Last man.
There's a guy in the fucking garage there.
Down the alley.
Better position to
Reference telephone pole.
Dropped one down the alley.
cross last man.
Alright, I'm crossing over. Let's continue moving.
Yeah. Bro, this is Mitchell. Can you let out? They've got a guy in that garage referencing white smoke.
Hey, from they called it out, they referred to us since we had a better angle on it.
Yeah, the guy in the garage, I can't actually see. Break. He's hiding in that right-hand corner there.
Cover that.
Where's that?
Copy.
Yeah, he's tucked inside the right-hand corner.
There's reports of a guy just
Last man.
Alright, I'm picking comms coming up to you now.
Bravo 2, I see stepping off net.
Bravo, stepping back up.
Alpha copies.
Rotate. It's behind us, it's west side.
He's down.
Just move
Brown on me. I'm gonna go fucking clear that.
With you.
Gates and clear the house.
Good advantage.
One. Can't see anything to the right.
Okay, back it up a little bit. Rear.
Clear.
Okay, go past the rear.
Down.
Alpha's crossing. Crossing.
Crossing last man.
Indian.
Alright, I'm gonna push past you, Snow and Brown.
Crossing, crossing, crossing.
I got it
I got
covered.
it right, Baker.
Okay, so
Brown, go.
Away from
Last man.
You're good. You're good on that side.
What's that corner? Crossing.
You're good.
Cross that last man. I'm gonna keep flowing past. Flowing past you, Mitchell.
Go for it.
Last man.
copy.
Last man.
How will you fly that out for me?
Move it.
Cover that. Bug hooking.
Stacked.
Ready, step.
Moving past.
We're gonna take the big alley. Ceasefire, ceasefire.
Friendly behind, friendly, friendly.
Watch that sound.
Alpha stacked and ready.
Top floor of that building.
Alpha, we have a contact in a house to the north side behind us.
Why do you want to push up and get that report?
Yeah, just deal with that.
Get moving.
Okay, Brewer, go ahead and
Just roll when you get up to the first
Brown, link back up with your team.
I got flash prep.
Myself and Brewer will cut across the street.
My team's right here.
Flash out.
I'm gonna cross up and take that corner.
One. I don't see anything right.
I don't see anything left.
Brown, just watch the rear, and I'll hold
Shooters
down this
across the
little
street,
alleyway.
southeast, gonna be on
Oh,
the
shit.
west side of the alley.
It's gonna stick the big.
I don't know, he's around here somewhere.
Sounds like this.
Let's just check again.
He's in this building.
Myself and Brown are gonna clear the building. We're on Bravo.
Let's go, Brown.
Say again? We're gonna clear the building we're on. We just had a frag thrown from the top window.
Opening.
Yeah, copy that.
Wanna pie it? Or you pie it. You're next. You're behind.
Bro, I got catch
Clear.
I'm fucking running on fumes.
Going in and left. Left clear. To the doorway. I'm pieing. Left clear. Going left.
Copy. Alpha has a danger
clear,
crossing set
staircase.
for you. You can pass through our element to the next alley, which is
Moving
going to
up.
be southeast.
What are we done clearing here?
Doorway on my right.
Alpha.
Got it.
Alpha have an danger crossing set, so we can just move up and go across when you're ready.
Open the door. I got an angle.
Copy.
One down.
Go inside.
Going right.
Copy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Clear.
push across.
We're gonna come out the front.
Set up fucking western.
He's down. I got him. Alright, let's get across, Brown.
Moving.
Last man, C2.
Shots out to our east.
Second story window.
When you move up fast. Right, hold movement for now. I think Alpha wants to clear that.
Still in that building.
Yeah, Big Boys, I think there's a shooter in this courtyard to our fucking southwest here.
Copy, keep an eye out.
Yeah, I just heard the shots coming from through the wall.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, 100% there's an asshole in there, I just can't see him.
Alright, Alpha's back in with you.
Frag his ass.
Copy.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a building, let me see if I can see.
Let's go. Push forward.
We have
Stay
one
online with
shooter and
Bravo.
we come down our right side.
Copy, we're on your...
Yeah, it looks like he's in a house on the
Move
far
up
side
and
of
move
it.
into the compound on our right side. We'll deal with it. Copy that. We're gonna move in here on the right side at the open fence and get the
On
deal
you,
with it.
Brown.
He'll be in this building, it's directly in front of us here.
Going.
Yeah,
Left.
just keep security up. Them towers as well.
I'm gonna push across the street.
Frag out.
To the alley here.
Under yourself. Did I get his ass? Fuck yeah, I got his ass.
Another guy.
Frag out, frag out, frag out.
Caught me in the middle of a reload.
I got.
He's down, he's down.
Moving back
To the right.
Now you're onto the alley.
You got danger crossing set up, you guys push through.
Push through the danger crossing. Set up on the other side.
Crossing.
Crossing. Last man.
Okay, Bravo's through. Pop in the rear, you guys would. Right down.
Set up second.
Shooter's down, who's on the balcony. Moving up. Oh, you guys move up. I'll hold.
Brown's bandaging.
Copy, how long do you need?
2 Sierra.
Copy that.
Back on it.
For this round, suggest you guys go in and deal with it. You hold security.
Moving.
Copy.
Hold security, you have is going to deal with that contacts. Someone hold northeast. Someone hold northeast.
Mitchell's got the southwest.
On you.
Going right.
Brown's got northeast.
Short left. Open right.
Right, coordinate with the 2 members of Alpha and clear out that contact if you can.
I'm gonna go on you. Right, go.
Swallow.
On you.
Pushing up. Taking to the right. Clear up.
Check balcony.
Yep. I got nothing left.
Right, looks good. Yep.
All right, we're clear.
Come back down to you.
Mitchell, if you move up, I'll hold the ground.
Close out to our southeast.
Southeast, Bravo.
There's something to our southeast.
Yeah, I think it's in that fucking
Round's moving
courtyard
up.
Alpha's holding on. Yeah, might be able to get a frag over that wall. Go.
Moving up in front of you, Snow.
Yep. Moving with you.
Last man.
Copy, I'm on you.
Let me know when you're about to cross me.
High low on you.
Crossing behind. Crossing.
One down in that hut in front of you guys, Bravo.
Crossing last man.
Right in front of us.
Right, clear.
Crossing.
No, oh,
Crossing
he's south side.
Crossing behind you, son.
Move down and deal with contact in that hut down the south side.
Crossing.
Let's go. On you, son. We're moving in on this. Go.
Looks clear around the corner.
Only a few days hold down.
I'm gonna need somebody to push past me. I'm in shit ton of pain here.
Exit door
Copy.
on the
I'm
right
pushing past you.
side. Not
Yep.
seeing anything
Pushing
right.
past.
I got left.
I'm gonna pop this back door real quick.
Pushing past.
The back door looks clear. Let's close it.
Push back.
I hear
on you.
voices to my northeast. Work building northeast, second story.
To bear myself, we're gonna push correction. Clear
Fuck
myself.
around the balcony,
Moving.
staring at you. Popping door.
Brown, find something. Come on.
Go.
You're getting shot at from the northeast.
Alright, this 2 stories clear.
Got that. Check out the hut in the southeast side of the compound with the blue door and blue window. And then come back out.
Copy.
Hearing another.
You guys clear the back door completely?
Got the back door.
Friendlies. Open up this hut right here. Copy. Go ahead. Clear. I'm gonna check this fucking corner here. Windows look clear. The windows look clear.
We'll look right here. Alright, Bravo, that hut is cleared out.
Okay, we're pushing.
That's in last traffic.
The huts in this compound are clear.
Got that. Just hold this call for now. And watch your fire if it's moving up there to deal with that. Once it's done with that, we'll get to the beach.
Copy.
What's happening?
Just make sure they don't run up on us while Alpha is doing that.
So go
I
ahead
still
and
got
move
a
down to
shooter in
Brown.
this blue window.
So, Bravo.
You guys clear.
Coming out.
Brown crossing. I'm gonna get on this roof.
No, the building you bought. The brick building you went in. There was 2 rooms in the back, and there was I shot a guy in the back window, and there's another back window individual that shooting.
Copy. Those rooms or those buildings are not connected. We're pushing the building now.
You dropped one in there.
Didn't see anybody on the crouch though. Got doorway. Fine. Second doorway. Stacking, going right. Left short, clear. Exterior blue building is clear.
Alright, I suggest we pull back.
Bravo's Alpha was collapsing down.
Pulling back,
To
you
do.
guys. The motherfucker. He's down.
Alright, he's collapsing.
Setting up on the road.
To be your last.
Going up through the road. Crossing the road, sitting on the other side.
Crossing.
Brown, last man.
Right, set.
Last man snow.
Mitchell set.
That's me.
Smoke starting to affect them.
All right, guys. We'll start from end to start. Right there at the end, Brewer and Baker. I heard you guys were clearing that room or that house that was right next to me. I was in the little shed there. And Brewer, you had good words there. You were like, "Hey, we need to probably get out of here." And the whole time I'm talking to myself, going, "No, stay a while. No, I want to bog you down. Like, no, like let me keep keep playing with me." So, good on you for not getting drawn into the fight and knowing what the objective is. That's definitely a good point. You guys probably noticed that there were different types of units this time. I wanted you guys, since we were talking about PIDing, I wanted you guys to make sure that you were seeing different types of enemies and being able to identify them as such. So just because they're walking around with a gun, as you guys noticed in our last deployment, that civilians were allowed to carry weapons. So just because they're walking around carrying one does not make them an immediate threat. And we go through those motions with them if they start raising their weapon at us and things like that. So, Baker?
Nothing from Alpha.
Copy. Mets?
Nothing, no problem.
Okay. Anybody else? Caesar Q's? Like I said, I thought everything was really good. Communication seemed pretty good. You guys took the necessary motions to clear out houses as you saw fit, brought up security, and then kept pushing. So, pretty textbook to me. Specialist Brewer.
Thank you, Sergeant Franklin. A couple of things that I have to go over aren't necessarily anything indicative of anything done wrong in this last run or anything, just some small points to be aware of. Anybody know what our limit is on throwables?
2 frags, 2...
Total.
10.
Okay.
No, he's talking about total. Yeah, so 10.
10 total. I'm not saying you have to do this. This is what I prefer to do. When I know I am going into a CQC heavy environment, I will drop smoke grenades to carry extra flashes and frags. Why? Because I don't need smoke in an urban environment. You guys see what kind of chaos smoke causes when the enemy throws it. It does the same thing to us, okay? We prefer cover over concealment. What's there a shit ton of in an urban environment? Cover. Use cover. Don't throw smoke. It fucks up everybody's sight lines. Those of us that, are covering, or if we have another element, like a weapons element, covering us, if we throw smoke, it fucks up their sight lines. So use cover.
Oh. Being a good girl.
Smoke, carry extra frags and flashes, because you know you're going to be using them.
Yep, absolutely.
And then one point that Sergeant Baker actually brought up
I'll leave when
in
I
the
leave.
middle of that run.
I'll
Point
get there.
Man always covers the highest threat area.
He'll be fine.
No matter what, Point Man covers the highest threat area.
I'll leave
that
once
means when we
this is
cross
done,
an
what I'm doing.
LTA, if our threat area is still down the linear path that we are going, i.e. not down the perpendicular path that we are crossing, that Point Man needs to keep his gun pointed forward.
Did you have anything in the washer that can't be dried?
Or number 3, or whoever needs to do it, but someone else picks up that far side security. So
It's whatever
Point
you
Man
wore
can keep the
yesterday,
weapon pointed
today.
towards the highest threat area. Does that make sense?
Huh? Because you washed your
And
stuff on Friday,
when
right?
the Point Man has his weapon pointed
Can your
down
new
that high threat
pants,
area,
your new jump
especially
romper
if they
thing,
start
can be washed
engaging,
or can be
don't
dried?
try and move in front of them.
Hmm?
If you need to move forward
Your
to be able
romper?
to maneuver on something, move across
You
the
War
alley,
Friday?
move across the street, whatever you got to do, but don't try and move in front of
You
that
didn't
gun
put it in the
that's
dryer?
currently providing
You want me to look,
security
make sure?
or cover, depending upon the situation. Next one.
Good
Don't
call.
drop security on an entry point to throw a grenade. I did actually see that happen. If you're the guy on the door, you should not be the one throwing the grenade. It should be number 2 or somebody else in a different position. But if you are the guy on top of the door, do not drop security to throw a grenade. One or two things happens. One, you pop out there, get shot, you get fucked. 2, potentially that guy comes running out the door, you throw a flashbang into his chest, and now you've flashed everybody, and everybody's fucked. Don't drop security on a doorway or an entry point to throw a grenade. Have somebody else do it. Call for it. The last thing I'm going to point out that Sergeant Franklin alluded to there in terms of escalation of force, civilians carrying weapons, so on and so forth, that is all 100% true. However, use some common sense in that situation, okay? If someone's wearing civic clothes and we are in the middle of a firefight and they come walking out of a door with a gun, drop them. Forgiveness, not permission. You're in an active combat situation. You are carrying a weapon of war. You are now an enemy. Okay, I can tell you from experience, civilians that are allowed to carry weapons in a combat zone are not going to walk out on their front porch with an AK-47 while the United States Army is kicking down their fucking garden. Not going to happen. They ain't that goddamn stupid. So just keep that in mind. Use a little bit of common sense. If you see a fucker with a gun in an active firefight, drop him. Don't ask questions. That is all.
Yep, absolutely. I back every single thing that Brew just said. Starting with the smoke, yeah, I threw smoke right there at the very beginning, and I think Brewer once again called it out. Hey, we got smoke on our position, so he knew that somebody was moving. And Brewer, you actually saw me because you called it. Hey, someone's over that high wall there. I didn't know if you were going to be able to see me in time, but you caught me. So keep your head on a swivel. And there was a couple times you guys saw, yeah, hey, I'm popping out from an angle you might not have been looking at. So these trainings are designed for you guys to start thinking a little bit more outside the box or a little bit more than what you're used to and start looking at some of these angles. Some of these windows, believe it or not, have some very good fucking angle
He'll be
points.
fine if he gets
and
a little
just
late.
a couple of shots and when he is down.
What's he doing?
So, but again, keep up the good work.
And I'll
guys.
be
Like
there
I said,
at 6.
overall, I said we're doing the thing and we're getting it done. So just continue to fine tune and we'll get there. So without further ado, we'll finish things up here and we'll go on to the next portion. Going ahead to the flagpole here. It should be, I believe, east is what it reads.
No Chori, I guess.
I'm through.
Oh yeah, shit. You know what? Put you guys through before you guys got a chance to reload. Let me throw a thing down real quick.
If you're not here, raise your arm.
Sergeant Franklin, when you get a chance, I could use some medical sorcery for pain.
Indeed. Okay, go on in and resupply, and I'll start healing anybody that needs it.
Feel free to resupply.
Bravo, this is Brown. I got a jet. Gotta go pick up my kid.
Right, you're gonna detach permanently? Good luck.
Hey, friend.
Guess you don't need luck for that, but have fun.
Mitchell's green.